The atmosphere inside the stadium that night felt different, charged, almost electric, like something bigger than just a concert was about to unfold. From the moment the lights dimmed on Tampa Day 2, fans could sense that this wasn't going to be an ordinary show. Every cheer, every chant, every heartbeat seemed louder, more intense, as if thousands of armies were collectively holding their breath for something they couldn't quite explain yet. As the members took the stage, their energy was undeniable, but there was something subtly different in the way Jungkook and Jimin moved around each other. It wasn't scripted, it didn't feel rehearsed, it felt natural, almost instinctive. They exchanged glances that lingered just a second too long, smiles that carried a quiet understanding. Fans who had followed them for years immediately picked up on it. This wasn't just playful fan service. There was a softness, a familiarity that felt deeply personal. Midway through the concert, during one of the talk segments, things took a turn that no one expected. Jimin was speaking, his voice warm and slightly breathless from performing, when Jungkook suddenly moved closer than usual. At first, it seemed like a simple, playful interruption, something fans had seen before. But then Jungkook lightly nudged him, and Jimin paused, visibly surprised, before breaking into a shy smile that sent the crowd into a frenzy. What happened next is what truly shook the stadium. Jungkook didn't step away. Instead, he stayed right there, standing shoulder to shoulder with Jimin, their proximity impossible to ignore. Jimin glanced at him again, almost as if silently asking a question, and Jungkook responded with a grin that felt both teasing and sincere. The tension between them wasn't loud. It was quiet, but powerful. Fans began screaming, sensing that something unusual was unfolding in real time. Then, in a moment that lasted only seconds but felt like forever, Jungkook reached out, subtle but unmistakable. Whether it was a brush of hands, a light touch, or simply the way their fingers lingered, it was enough. Jimin's reaction said everything. He didn't pull away. Instead, he laughed softly, eyes crinkling, his entire demeanor shifting into something more relaxed, more open. The crowd exploded. Thousands of voices filled the stadium, a mix of shock, excitement, and disbelief. Some fans were crying, others were laughing, many just stood frozen, trying to process what they had just witnessed. Social media would later be flooded with clips, slowed down videos, and endless analysis. But in that moment, none of that mattered. What mattered was the feeling, the energy, the sense that something genuine had just happened in front of everyone. As the concert continued, the dynamic between them didn't fade. It grew stronger. During performances, their interactions seemed more frequent, more natural. They found each other in the choreography, exchanged playful gestures, and shared moments that felt unscripted. At one point, Jimin leaned in closer during a break, saying something to Jungkook that made him laugh, a real laugh, the kind that couldn't be faked. Fans began to notice a pattern. This wasn't just one moment. It was a series of small, connected interactions that built on each other, creating a narrative that felt impossible to ignore. Every glance, every smile, every touch added another layer to what many were already calling a confirmation, not through words, but through actions. By the time the encore arrived, the emotional intensity had reached its peak. The members were clearly moved, feeding off the energy of the crowd. But again, eyes kept drifting back to Jimin and Jungkook. They stood close, occasionally bumping into each other, laughing like they were sharing a private joke in the middle of a massive stage. And then came the final moment that sealed the night in fans' memories. As the group gathered to say their goodbyes, Jimin turned toward Jungkook once more. There was a pause, brief but noticeable. Jungkook looked at him, not with the playful teasing seen earlier, but with something softer, something deeper. Jimin's expression mirrored it, and in that silent exchange, something passed between them that words couldn't capture. As clips from Tampa Day 2 spread across platforms, the reactions only grew stronger. Some fans celebrated what they believed was a long-awaited confirmation. Others urged caution, reminding everyone that not everything needs a label to be meaningful. But regardless of interpretation, one thing united everyone. That night felt different. Even longtime fans, who had witnessed years of interactions between them, admitted there was a shift, subtle, but undeniable. It wasn't louder or more exaggerated than before. In fact, it was quieter, softer, and somehow that made it even more powerful. Because in a world where everything is often performed, curated, and carefully controlled, what stood out in Tampa wasn't perfection, it was authenticity. And whether it was intentional or not, Jungkook and Jimin gave fans a glimpse of something that felt unscripted, unfiltered, and deeply human. Now, days later, the question still lingers, not just about what happened, but about what it means. Was it a fleeting moment carried by emotion and atmosphere? Or was it a small window into something more personal, something they're not ready or don't need to explain? Whatever the answer may be, Tampa Day 2 has already secured its place as one of those unforgettable nights in BTS history. Not because of a grand announcement or shocking reveal, but because of the quiet, in-between moments that spoke louder than any words ever could.